if the Anunnaki are not the Most High, and we know that,
right?
What role do they play? Are they? I know you told me about cherubims and seraphims. That's right. And I'm still not sure which is which is a real, But I'm trying to link it together. My question is, if the Anunnaki, do they represent the Most High in some cases?
Yeah.
In every case.
Well, the Anunnaki can only, if you have the title Anunnaki, you can only represent Anu, because the title Anunnaki means Anu sent you. Okay, so the name Anu, A-N-U, that's one of the oldest, I'd say, if not the oldest name of the Most High. The U part of the name specifies that it came from ancient Sumeria. An is the actual name before it became known as Anu, which is the title of the highest, or it means to be above. So when it says Na, it's the same as in the Arabic Quran where they say Nahnu. Nahnu is the term that's in Arabic, which means we did this. And it's Allah and his illustrious angels. So the term Nahnu means to be sent. When you have the word Anu, Na, and then have Ki, it means Anu sent these beings that are in a kingdom-like fashion or grouping to the planet Earth, because Ki is the ancient Sumerian name of Earth. So by the title Anunnaki, if any of the beings that have the title Anunnaki, they would have to be sent by Anu. The other ones that I would say are the negative ones, you would be able to say are Anakites. And Anakites are looked at as Kuthites. You have Kushites, which are the Pygmy, and then you have Kuthites, which are the Watusi. And the Watusi tribe in Africa was always looked at as a more of like, I not say disagreeable or evil or anything, but they were more of like a wicked huntsman tribe. Like they were very menacing to the appearance. And so the liking of cherubim to Watusi is like a war angel. So on Earth, their manifestation came, as far as cherubim, came through the Watusi tribe, and seraphim came through the Pygmy tribe. And those were the Ta'ites. So on Earth, we have like the same type of a bloodline lineage through ancient Africa or Al-Kabulon as the Pygmy or the Twa people or the Ta'ite people or the ancient Ethiopian people or Kushite people. And then you have the Kuthite people of another region in Africa, which are the taller, like 7-foot looking African people. So those are like the manifestations on Earth of these two classes from the heavens of cherubim and seraphim. But they're all Nubian, or they're all black or melaninated, or how people would identify us as a group of people over here in America, how we see us with melanin in our skin, and that's how these angels look. So the ancient Anunnaki, the role that they play are like mediators between the Most High and us, because we're fallen state Anunnaki. I wouldn't really even say we're Anunnaki, because Anunnaki is those that actually come from Anu in the position to embark a message to another person. Now we would be fallen state Etherian. I couldn't even put that into a classification of a planet, because that would be, Riskian would be our inhabitation name of a species on the planet Risk, which is the origin of the story of God on Earth. Comes from that actual planet. And that's where in the heavens, the actual location that the war took place between Michael and Zuin was on this planet. So before they were even termed Etherian, Riskian, they were called Etherian. And so that's what our species would be as the original black seed on Earth would be the offshoot or the offspring of the Etherian beings, which manifested out of these air pockets that Elijah Muhammad talked about out of the universe. And when the original creation was growing, we became definition so that we could define things. So when in the outerverse, multiverse, as the creation of ether was spanning from the initial point of the creation, it developed these air pockets that were reverse vacuums of existence, which needed the clarification of definition. So by default, it manifested as beings to define itself. So that's how the original Etherians began out of the original creation 76 trillion years ago, is how that happened. So these Etherians then, over time, that's how the chronicling of the universe began, and it says in the Bible, like, the angels are the handiwork of God, and that's talking about Anu, and how the Anunnaki are the creation hands and mechanisms biologically of what put all of these systems and chambers and universes and galaxies and galactical centers and solar systems and nebulas and all these things in outer space. So it talks about like a galactic creation of God, and that ties into the Sumerian story and is explained through their cosmology and understanding of their consciousness from the Sumerian, of that God is this extraterrestrial being, and the Anunnaki are his extraterrestrial children that were sent to us, which we are broken from consciousness extraterrestrial people who evoluted into a state, or I'd say failed to the state that we're in now, which is a diminished capacity, not knowing that we are from this great celestial ancestry. So the Anunnaki play as a part of that, as the literal names of the beings that we today call in religion angels, or in the church we say angels, and Malaika in the Arabic or the Islamic or Quranic, we say Malaika, Malakim, they say in Hebrew, the Neteru, they say in the Egyptian. And so it just goes throughout all of the different cultures, and they have different terminologies for this same type of connection from our heavenly creator who created all of us, and whether you be Hindu, whether you be Buddhist, whether you be Christian, black, white, Chinese, whatever the ethnicity and original nation that any of one of these ethnicities were linked to, the cultures of any one of these was by origin of Anu, because Anu created the beings that created the planet that then evolved, that has all of these different, areas of expertise culturally from different ethnicities. So the Anunnaki are the creators of all of that. By that way, then Anu is the creator of the Anunnaki, so thus Anu is the creator of us. Meaning that we weren't even by way of the knowledge of Anu in our creation, because by according to the Sumerian records, we came into existence without the knowledge of Anu, knowing that we were being created. We were a part of a council that Anu had, as far as trying to find a rectification to the atmosphere that was on the planet Risk, because of the depleter bomb that was launched at the planet Risk because of Zulin. So this council reconvened and said that we need to find out where to go to be able to get the minerals and elements to be able to shield our atmosphere from this bomb hit and the wound of this bomb. So then they searched the other galaxies that were under them, which we are the one that's directly under Ilion. We are the Milky Way galaxy. And so they came here because this planet, which they consider to be in the Goldilocks zone, which is a right environment for life to exist, and all of these various elements, because of the amount of water on our planet, they were able to see different areas of our planet that had a concentration of gold, ore, ink, or things, what do they call it? It's something, amethyst, rubies, emerald, platinum, silver, all these different elements that they needed to take back. And they've seen large concentrations of them in different locations of mountains. That's why they cut off the top of it. I don't know the name of this mountain, but it looks like it was leveled by a massive laser, and the top of the mountain was cut off because they use it as a landing strip. So with them using these areas as a landing strip, they were coming here and mining. That was the reason for them coming here, was to mine, to take all these minerals back to their planet. So by that's the reason why the Anunnaki are looked at as our creators, because the task was given to these Anunnaki to be sent down to Earth to look for these mining minerals. So by that, they had total godship and control and creatorship, meaning that if they needed to create something, they had the I would say the permission or the ability or the what's the word I'm looking for? Authority to. They had the authority to create something on our planet.